We're talking about food.
Food. We're talking about food.
Here's the thing.
Okay, we're talking about food.
Food.
Now you make me hungry.
Yeah, well.
Are you ready to redefine what it means to thrive at any age? Welcome to Age is Just a Number with BJ and Ruth. In your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, you deserve to live your best life. Say goodbye to preconceived notions and let's shatter those stereotypes together. Get ready to own your vitality because age, well, that's just a number.
We had somebody reach out to us directly who she's been working out for, I don't know, a couple of years or something like that, she said. But she's got a family, she has a career, she's got a busy life. And her question was, how do I work my food and nutrition around all of this that I have? Because I think the point is she's having some challenges, right? And the easy answer is, go to McDonald's or Timmy's or wherever, hit the drive-through, and you're going to eat whatever you get, kind of thing. I was thinking about this earlier today, actually, that there may be a way to eat somewhat healthier at places like that. Not there may be, there is a way to do it.
There is a way, yeah. But it's still not the best.
Yeah, and you got to know.
Food.
Right, and you have to know some discipline and know what you're asking for and not asking for, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, what I think the easiest answer to start with, it's just going to take some time and effort to do this, but you just need to plan ahead.
You need to plan ahead, and you need to educate yourself. Like for me, one of the things that first, there's a catchphrase that someone said, "Food is fuel," and I really took that in, going, "Food is fuel." Right. So if I put the cheap gas in my gas tank, well, what am I going to get back? So I want to put the good stuff in, and good stuff in because I value my body, and I value I also value what I ask it to do for me. So food is fuel. So
yeah.
And you know what? I think a lot of us, I grew up in a generation, and you're in the same one, where I think as in school, nutrition wasn't really emphasized. And I grew up in the 70s when microwaves came out, and we were all about convenience, and we were all about getting it quick, and we kind of traded off the quality versus for the convenience. And
yeah.
There's a lot to be said for, grabbing something quick, but there's something to be said for being mindful of, are you making the right choice? Is the quality of food that you're about to consume really the best? You deserve the best.
Yeah.
So learn to make those choices. And a lot of us just don't know where to start.
Sure, yeah. And I think the simple part of it in terms of where to start is start with the least processed food that you can find and you have to figure out how you're going to cook it, and we're going to have some recipes available on our website and also on through the YouTube link here, as far as giving you some practical hints of what to do. But when I say less processed, it's real simple. An egg that you cook is less processed than, what's the alternative to an egg? Or the chicken breast is less processed than something that you buy in a package that says there's chicken in it somewhere. Same with like the egg,
definitely,
right?
Yeah.
So I think the big part of it, though, is, again, knowing what the basics are for nutrition, and then planning around that. So, for example, I'll use me as an example. When I'm going out in the morning, I've packed probably 3 meals, probably the night before, to take with me if I'm going to be gone for the bulk of the day. Mm-hmm. Because I don't have an option where I'm going to go to, pick someplace. And I like, one of my favorite foods in the world is pizza. I love eating pizza, but can't eat pizza every day. Or I love burgers and fries, especially at Red Robin's, but can't eat that every day.
Yeah.
Right? So, I make that plan ahead of time, and I make the time the night before or the morning of, depending on my morning, and pack those foods. I think that's really what it comes down to, is you have to figure out where you're going to put this together so that you have it with you when you go. And the other thing is that we have now that we didn't have, for a long time, is we actually have good tasting quality protein bars that you can get, or meal replacement bars, or nachos. You can actually get nachos.
A snack-sized bag of nachos, and
protein
they
nachos.
spike them with protein,
right? And now you can get big ones. You can get big ones, not just the little ones.
Yeah.
But so there's those options as well. I think the important thing to remember in that is that they are supplements.
Yeah, they serve a purpose, and it's not to replace every single meal.
Yeah, it's not
to
be the
catch in a
staple.
pinch.
Yeah, it's not the staple of your diet. Or, maybe you're trying to increase your protein intake, so a shake might help.
Yeah.
But it's not just all shakes.
No, it's not.
Right?
It's not a day of all shakes, and it's sometimes grabbing a shake versus skipping a meal. I'll always grab a shake.
Sure.
Because I'm putting nutrients into me. I'm putting something in. Too many of us get caught being really busy, and then we skip breakfast, we skip lunch, we're famished at dinner.
Yeah.
And then we overeat. And so, because you've put your body into this starvation mode where it's not expecting a meal, and so and you're nutrient depleted, and you're grabbing absolutely everything, and you shouldn't be. So you're going to set yourself up for failure every single time.
Yeah, and I think too, if you say, well, what about things like fasting and intermittent fasting? All those things have a place, but they have a place within the overall plan.
Yes,
right? It's not, you don't do it by accident.
No.
Oh, I haven't eaten today, so I guess I'm fasting.
That is a definite plan. So it's a set number of hours of not eating, and then a set number of hours of eating.
Right.
What I'm talking about is the person that wakes up in the morning, it's bright and early, they've got a crazy work day ahead, they're not hungry, so they grab a coffee out the door, they grab a muffin maybe in the first morning meeting, and a coffee, they skip lunch. Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? And really, it's just learning to understand that if food is fuel, and you want to fuel this body all day because you're functioning and you're going, and even if you're having a day in the office, if you work in an office where you're not really physical, but your mental capacity has to be bang on.
Yeah.
You need to fuel that.
Yeah.
So
and for me, I normally go and do groceries on Sunday for the week.
Yeah.
Right. And so that I can cook what I need to cook that evening, and I'm ready to go for the week. You might say that's not realistic for me. You have to figure out what's realistic for you and your family. And I think the important thing is, if you are looking for reasons why something won't work, you will find them.
Definitely,
Right?
definitely. Because your expectation is that it's not going to work, so you're going to set yourself up for that.
Yeah, and what actually starts to happen then is your mind, your subconscious doesn't know that you'd rather have it work out. It's going to go on what you're imprinting it with, which is it doesn't work. So you're going to find out all these reasons why it won't work, and you won't get it done.
Yeah.
So I think the thing to remember when it comes to nutrition is it's going to take a little bit of planning. It's going to take a little bit of preparation. And ultimately, if you have a family, it's going to benefit everybody in your family. And I think with a family, you need to get everybody on the same page, right? It can't be where, somebody who just wants to eat pizza, somebody wants to eat something else, somebody wants to do this. Get everybody together so you're all on the same page, right?
Yeah, yeah. And it can even be small things like, we're talking about the kids back in school, and so at the end of a school day and end of a work day, prep a meal, make a meal together. It's fun. It can be social.
Sure.
Cooking food together is really social.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be, everybody goes off to their cell phones and their computers and their laptops, and just one person is in the kitchen cooking for everyone. Make it fun. Make it
Sure.
something that everyone contributes. Everyone
Yeah.
makes a dish. Everyone makes something.
Sure. And, for us, we try to make it more often than not that our evening meal is we're going to sit down and eat together without technology.
Yeah.
And we're going
Yeah.
to sit down and eat, and then off with whatever else
Yeah.
happens after that. But and maybe that's not realistic for you every night of the week, but maybe it's realistic one night of the week.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And I'm a little different. My family's grown and gone, so it's just me. And so, but I still, when it's only one person, cooking for one person is different. And so a lot of people will just grab something and go, eat it on the go. Well, no, I still make that effort of, I want to cook a meal. I want to cook something,
Right.
and I want to sit down and enjoy it. And,
Right.
and I try to not, me personally, if I eat in front of the TV, sometimes I'm not paying attention to eating, and then at the end I go, did I have dinner? Did I even? So it's the concept of when you're, be in the moment. So if your moment is to
Yeah.
sit down and enjoy that food that you prepared, and it's beautiful food, and it's your fuel, well, be aware of enjoying it and what the colors look like and what it tastes like, and yeah.
And so, we're going to help with that where we can, which is we're going to give you some recipes, some practical things that we're going to make available to everybody in our community. And we're working on actually having a cookbook that we'll make available. That one, we'll figure out logistics on that and everything. It's all in process. So, start somewhere, make a plan, and plan ahead, because it doesn't hurt to have a couple of bars in with your stuff just in case.
Yep.
Or whatever
Yeah.
the case might be, just so you're ready if something goes awry in the day and you have to make an adjustment. Well, hey, I don't get to maybe get home when I thought, but I have a bar with me so I can grab something to eat, or whatever the case might be, and it's not going to sabotage my health and nutrition plan. So yeah, I think that's a start anyway. There's a lot more to it than that, I know, but to give us an idea, it's, how do I build nutrition into my lifestyle? It's just that it becomes a lifestyle, and it's one where we need to plan ahead a little bit and make sure that we're ready for it.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. As we keep saying, thank you for becoming part of our community. We're building a community here at Age is Just a Number, and so please take a minute, if you haven't, subscribe to the channel and the podcast, and join us where we're going.
Definitely.
Okay.
Look forward to it.
See ya.